Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Do your shrubs look like this? Have you noticed a lot of spider webs popping up along long rows of bushes like this in front of your house? Well, they could be spider mites, but they could also just be regular spider webs, and they can be hard to tell the difference sometimes. So hopefully I'm going to be able to answer some questions that some of you may have about these and help you identify whether they are spider mites or just normal spider webs. When you're looking at all of these webs, it's just overwhelming with the amount of webs that are on these bushes right here, and I'm seeing this all over town. So, are they spider mites or are they just normal spiders building spider webs? Usually, if you have this amount of webs on your bushes, it's spider mites. Now, it's not that way all the time, but it's very rare for just normal, regular spiders to build this many webs. So when you're looking at these webs, most likely this is spider mites. Another way to tell the difference whether you have spider mites or just normal spiders is the color of your shrubs. If you have some sort of yellowing on the leaves or just any sort of damage, it's most likely spider mites. Normal spiders are not going to cause any damage whatsoever to your bushes. So if you're having some yellowing, or if your shrubs look drought stressed but you're watering on a regular basis and you know it's not drought stressed and you have all of these webs on here, most likely you have spider mites. So the best way to really get rid of spider mites is to spray some sort of insecticide on these. You don't have to use insecticide. The easiest way to get rid of these is just to pull your water hose out and attach a high pressure nozzle to it and just blast these webs away, and you're disrupting the habitat for the spiders. So you can just get rid of them by just spraying them with your water hose and just blasting these webs away. Now that's temporary. They're going to come back. There's no insecticide in your water hose, obviously, so you'll need to do that every 3 or 4 days if they keep building webs. But you're also watering your bushes at the same time by doing that. So you might want to get some insecticide. Any sort of insecticide that's labeled for shrubs and trees and nurseries and things like that should work. So make sure you read the rate and mix the rates properly. Now, another way to tell if you have spider mites is to get a white sheet of paper like this, and it's hard for me to do this while videoing. I'm trying to use one hand here, but it's easier to do if you're using two hands. But get a white sheet of paper, put it under these webs wherever you think you might have spider mites, and just give the bush a shake. Just shake it vigorously. Now, spider mites are very small. You're not going to be able to see them with your eyes. If you can, you have really good eyesight. So see if you can get a magnifying glass or something like that. But after you shake the shrub on the white sheet of paper, just inspect it and look closely. You might be able to see a spider mite. There you go, right there. But another way to do this is, after you remove these leaves here, is to just kind of wipe your hand across the paper. If it leaves a rust mark or a blood mark or something like that, then you're killing the spider mite while you're sliding your hand across the paper, essentially. So that's a way to tell if you have spider mites. So you get the general idea of what you want to do. You want to shake the shrub and try to get the spider mites on the paper. Now, generally you don't want this many leaves on the paper. It just makes it hard to see. If you shake the leaves off, you may end up shaking off the spider mites. If you're able to do this with not so much debris on the paper, another thing you can do is to fold the paper in half after you shake it, and just try to rub the sides of the paper onto each other, essentially squeezing the spider mites to death. Then open it up, and if you see marks on the paper, then you know you have some sort of spider mite. If you see blood marks or rust marks, things like that, that's what you're looking for. Now, sometimes the spider mites will be in the webs themselves, so you can always just try to grab one of the spider webs like this. Again, much easier when using two hands. Grab the spider web, just kind of wad it up and squeeze the paper together, and then you're going to look for those rust marks and blood marks. And this is what you're sort of looking for. If you look closely at the corners of the sheet of paper here, this is, these are dead spider mites. At first I thought it was just debris marks from the leaves, but I blew the leaves away before I rubbed it together. So these are just dead spider mites.